Hey guys, what's going on? EndgameWarrior here, and we're back on Diablo 3, and today we're going to be checking out the Barbarian. This is going to be another fresh level 70 build, and this time we're actually going to do something a little different. Last build that I did with the Monk, I kind of did that build based around going out to the blacksmith and having materials and actually being not a brand new level 70 player. This time, I'm actually going to do it as a straight up brand new level 70, no Paragon points, basic gear, nothing in the cube, no gems, nothing. And to prove it, I basically went out and just made like standard stuff you get from drops. My Paragon points have all been reset, so you can see nothing's in there. And as far as the cube goes, where's that little shit? I basically put in items that won't affect this build in any means. So, now let's go into the build itself. This is a Whirlwind build for those who have never played Barbarians before, want something that can handle at least Torment 1 and probably push Torment 2 and 3, and then probably once you get the blacksmithing gear of the Og, Hills, Ashirs, Crimsons, as well as the hollowed set pieces with the Ring of Royal Grandeur, be able to push up to Torment 5 or 6. So let's get on to with the skill list, because that's the most important part of this guild. The skills, we are running Whirlwind with Wind Shear, Leap with Call of Ariat, Warcry with Impunity, Battle Rage with Marauder's Rage, Ignore Pain with Ironhide, Wrath of Berserker and Insanity, and for your passives, you want Ruthless, Bloodthirst, Superstition, and Unforgiving. Now, like I said, this is the Whirlwind build, so it's common sense to have Whirlwind in this thing. Basically, what you're going to be doing is, with this build is, you're going to be jumping into big groups of monsters and just literally spinning to win. Now, Whirlwind cost, you can see right there the cost is 10 Fury. It's a channel, so it's 10 Fury every time you spin. So your Fury will drop. We're going to counteract that with Wind Shear so that you gain a Fury every time you struck an enemy. Now, that is huge when we start talking about larger groups. You can literally maintain your Fury until everything disappears and basically become a Looney Tunes Tasmanian Devil until everything dies. Also, in terms of the lightning damage, so if you do have if you are collecting pieces of gear, the legendary as you're playing this set, and it has lightning damage, throw it right on there, do some more damage. Next is Leap. Leap is a very, very powerful skill in this set, because not only will it allow you to jump into mobs, it'll allow you to jump out of them when shit gets out of hand. So it's very, very versatile, generates Fury so you can get that Whirlwind spinning to build your Fury up. And with Call of Ariat, once you land, you're pulling everything towards you. So you're actually pulling more adds into a central location, so that when you start whirlwinding, you're getting a huge boost of Fury so you can keep going. Next is Warcry. This is one of your defensive skills, basically increasing your armor value by 20%, as well with Impunity increases your resistance to all elements by 20%, as well as being another Fury generator on top of it. So you want this up all the time, like the main buff itself, not you don't have to constantly click the cooldown, keep off cooldown, unless you do see your Fury drops significantly. You can't keep it up with Wind Shear, and Leap is on cooldown. Then you can spam this to try and keep your Fury up. You'll mostly run into that problem with one-on-one fight because you have nothing around you to hit, so you're basically only knocking your your Whirlwind down to a 9 cost from a 10, so you're still costing. It's not like Wind Shear is making it up for... It's not like Wind Shear is triggering off of 11, 12 enemies and make it so that you're gaining Fury over the cost. Warcry helps you counteract that, so you're constantly... Basically, every time it comes off cooldown, you're getting an instant 20 Fury, so you can keep Whirlwinding until Leap comes off, and you're basically cycling between Leap and Warcry as your Whirlwind. Battle Rage with Marauder's Rage. Battle Rage is one of the best buffs, in my opinion, for the Barbarian. Increasing your crit chance and damage, that is huge. Huge, because it makes things disappear. Another rune, actually, that you can go, and I've tried this, is you can go into the fray, especially if you have legendaries that go off of crit. You can run with this, and when you get into big groups of ads, be able to have it proc more. But for like all around usefulness in an AoE situation and an assault in a 1v1 situation, I'll choose Marauder's Rage, get that damage output for it. Next, Ignore the Pain. Sometimes you're going to get yourself into sticky situations where you cannot get out. This thing helps. Like it says right there at the bottom, it reduces all damage taken by 50% and gain immunity to all control impairing effects for 7 seconds. That is that is huge with this build, because if you're not spinning with Whirlwind, you're almost dead. If not dead. So Ignore the Pain allows you to mitigate as much damage as possible. Irehide makes it so it lasts longer. So it's basically, instead of only having it up for a short amount of time, it actually increases it from 5 seconds to 7 seconds. It says right there. Sorry, I had to look because I forgot how long it actually stays up for. And that's 7 seconds that you're going to have to kill something or to do something to turn the fight around. Either to leap out of it, to continue, just destroy things until their damage mitigation is down to the point where you can overheal yourself, or you can use it to wait for this next skill to come off cooldown, which is Wrath of Berserker. Wrath of Berserker is your big buff for this build. As you can see right down there, it gives you a crit hit chance, attack speed, dodge chance, and movement speed. And thanks to Rune Insanity, gives you 50% increased damage. With this build as it sits right now, and with the gear you're going to be running, you're going to want to pop this every time it comes off cooldown. And if somehow you have a way to get your cooldown reduction to the point where this is coming off of cooldown when the buff drops, go with it, because having a permanent Wrath of Berserker buff is incredibly powerful. Next, going into passives, Ruthless. Biggest problem with this build in terms of damage is it's not like other builds, like for beginners, like Hammer the Ancients, like the beginner Hammer the Ancients build, and what's the other one? Revenge builds and all that, where they have straight out burst damage. But those builds cost a fortune on your Fury, so it's basically You smash everything, then you gotta build it up. Smash everything, gotta build it up. This build has a low damage pool, but you can keep using it. And you can keep whirlwinding until everything goes away. So it kind of balances itself there. So Ruthless is great, especially when you get targets down to 30% health, because you're getting that 40% bonus damage to take him out early. Bloodthirst. Each point of fury spent heals you for 966 life. Heal amount is increased by 1% of your health glow bonus. Whirlwind is a fury spender, so this is going to constantly heal you on top of your health regen, life on hit, life on kill that you have on your gear. Like, it's just insane what this can do, and how much this could save your life. Superstition. Barbarian, its worst enemy is damage. They're not the tankiest of classes, but they're not the most brutal of glass cannons either. But still, they have a damage issue, so make it that you can survive longer is key with this build. Superstition helps you with that by increasing your resistance to all, as well as you have a chance to gain fury on top of it. So when you're stuck spinning in like molten lavas and your poisons, you have a chance to gain fury from that, as well as you're increasing your chance of being able to just stand in it and overheal because of superstition. Next, unforgiving. You no longer degenerate fury, instead you generate 2 fury every 1 second. You're always spending fury with this build. And the one thing with this one I tried doing is make it so that you spend as less fury as possible, so you can keep Whirlwind going for as long as possible. This helps you out, and this is why my fury gauge down here is at full and not empty, is because of this. Because of the fact that I am able to regenerate that fury. So, that's it for the skills. Again, just going to show you the armor I'm running. I'm running absolutely nothing fancy. Like, these don't even have gems in them. You can see right there, this helmet has nothing to do with the weapon damage I'm doing. Like, this is basically it. My damage is baseline at 172. Well, we're actually going to jump right into something, and then when I come out of it, I'm going to then show you guys my recommendation in Paragon points, as well as Cayenne Cube's gear to look out for it and really make this build pop. Now, before we get to the gear, the reason I said Cayenne's Cube gear is because if you want to keep this for the gear pieces for other characters, throw it in there. If you want to use it for only this character, just slap it on this character. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to show you guys the gist of it's in the Cayenne's Cube because of the secondary effects that make this build pop. Okay, so we're going to actually go to this. We are going to go to New Tristram, Hall's Agony, and we're actually going to take this build for a test spin. Alright. Get my... Oh! See, right there, got a little goblin over there. And basically all you're doing is running around. You can see my health is struggling with some areas. There is nothing to really worry about. Yeah, you just constantly spin and running. And if you look right at my fury gauge, it's not going down. Not falling down at all. And I haven't even procced Ignore the Pain. I haven't procced Rapid Berserker yet. It's really, really good. And you can see my leap is I'm constantly leaping when it comes off cooldown to pull everything closer, but I'm just spinning to win. And things are just melting with this build. This is one of my favorite Barbarian beginner builds. And you see right there, jumping right back in, just spinning to win. Constantly moving around. These guys don't stand a chance. I had to think, this is Torment 1 with rare gear, no Paragon points, no gems. The Cayenne Cube's gear has nothing to do with this build. Oop, I nearly died there. This is insane how much damage you dish out with this build. I'm not even going to get that thing. Here's a real good fight. I'm actually going to pop Wrath of Berserker for this, and let's watch these guys melt. These guys are doing quite a fair bit of damage to me, but as you can see there, I'm overhealing it by quite a bit as well. Might have to use Ignore the Pain once my buff drops. We'll see about that in a moment. Well, guess not. And look at that. Without even using Ignore the Pain, at Torment 1, we took out Blue Elites. This thing... See, this build... People underestimate how powerful this is, and they'll actually go out and say, no, this build ain't great, blah blah blah. Lightning Whirlwind Barbarians are huge when it comes to beginners, and I highly recommend any of you who are playing Barbarians, and we're just going to port back, and just reach level 70 to play this build, especially with farming. It is great. Other great thing about this build too is that you can branch off into other builds depending on the set you get. Like, once you get even, like, I would say the 2-piece bonus of the Immortal King set, you can go with more of a fire build by switching Wind Shear out for Volcano Eruption, and then switching out Ignore the Pain with Call the Ancients Fury, by making it able to constantly keep your fury up and do a lot of damage to your fire. If you have a way through legendaries to keep this build going, you can do other things. Like, this build is very versatile when it comes to starting from here to other builds. Okay, for the Paragon points, what you're going to be building into to keep things going. First things first, with all my builds, figure out what your movement speed is set at right now. See right here, just off the boots, I have 11%. So when we go into your core, you want to reach 25%. So I'm at 11. So basically, you want 14% movement speed, and right there, when you see that, and we go back into details, you're... Whoopsie, I screwed up somewhere. Oh no, the YouTuber fucked up. I fucked up again. Sorry guys, I am off my game. Let's try this again. Here we go. Now, as you can see there, 25% movement speed, that's your cap. The rest is pop into strength, make yourself more damaging. Offensive, cool. You want to go cooldown reduction. Ignore the Pain, War Cry, Wrath of Berserker, and Leap all have cooldowns, so you want them to come off as much as possible. So aim to build max that out first. Then go crit damage or crit chance, whatever your preference is, then attack speed. Defensive, always resist all, max that out. Then go life, and either life or life regen based on your personal preference. Then follow that up at the tail end with armor. Then for utilities, life on hit, sustain is key. I will always say this, you don't do damage when you're dead, so life on hit allows you to sustain a lot longer, so build that up and cap it out as quickly as possible. Then go resource cost reduction. The less your whirlwind costs, the longer you can spin. Then you want to go for area damage and gold find. For the Cayenne's Cube, there's not really a good weapon that you can use besides the Furnace, which, as you guys tell, I do not have, and I'm actually having a problem finding it at the moment. Sweet Jesus. Oh, there it is, the Furnace. Increases damage against these by 50%. If you have a Furnace, do yourself a favor, throw it in the cube. That way you already have access to it and you don't have to worry about ditching it. Thunder Fury is a good one as well for weapons. The other one, Odin's Sin, I believe it's called. Yeah, Odin's Sun, another really good one. Scepter's Hammer is another really good one to use. Just basically a lot of weapons are really good with this. A lot of legendary weapons are really good with the set. The two that I recommend is the Fury and the Furnace and the Thunder Fury. Next, for your bracers, you can go lock sets for the increased leap. You can go Reaper's Wraps for the health pots. But if you have materials to make the legendary gear through the blacksmith, you might as well just make Reaper's Wraps and have Reaper's Wraps and have this open for other things, other items like the Haxing Pants of Mystery on. Getting that movement damage and regeneration increase is really good with this build, and it will help you push into other elemental variations of this build. And for now, I'm just running the Royal Ring of Grandeur. Basically, it helps you set up for your legendary sets once it gets going. You can use any one of these rings for this set. I just prefer the Ring of Grandeur. And like I keep mentioning before, the Blacksmith legendary sets, you want to go with 2 pieces of the Captain Crimson to get that 3-piece, with the Royal Ring of Grandeur, the 3-piece. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that better. You want to get, why am I even looking at this set first? Sorry guys, I'm really off my game. You want to get at least the 3-set up to the 3-set bonus. The 2-set, you can stop at the 2-set for the Ashir set, but the 3-piece is really good, and highly recommend it. Og Hills, you definitely want the 3-piece bonus. That having all that damage reduction is key. If you have space and you can get the 3-piece bonus of the Captain Crimsons, go with that. As far as your weapons go, you want to get the 2-set for the hollowed set. The resistance attack speed is huge, and that really helps you out in the end. Now, final thoughts about this build. It is a great starter build for anybody who's a brand new level 70 player. It is very versatile in how it branches out, and basically allows you, if you really want to, go from this stepping stone to any other endgame builds like the Furious Charge, Leap Quakes, or even just stick with Whirlwind and go into the endgame Whirlwind build with the new Barbarian set. Yeah, that's everything I got covered with this set. Oh, sorry, gems, if you have gems, to throw it in there. Diamonds for your helms. Get that cooldown reduction as much as possible. Rubies for every other pieces for that strength. And then emerald for your weapon slots. Basically to get as much damage going. If you are going to run legendary items for this build particularly, and you do not expect to switch out of this, then you want to go with something along the lines of, I actually have on my other set here, Esoteric Alteration for the damage reduction, Bane of the Trap for more damage and apparent movement effects, and Bane of the Stricken for the damage reduction. For farming, you want to go with what I've mentioned before. I'll probably put in a maxed out Boon of the Hoarder just so you can get more gold out of it. And then also, if you really want to, the Tagax, that is also really good for this build. And that's everything that I got to cover. Quick recap. Remember, all you need to do is jump in and spin to win. You have the skills that you need to survive, as you saw with when I went to that area and just wrecked face on everything. And I did that at Torment 1. So basically, baseline where you guys are going to start. the higher you get up, it's going to take longer to kill things, be warned. But for a starter, this is a great build, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Until next time, guys, see ya later.